It's 4:30 a.m. The city is asleep. But behind dimly lit office windows and quiet home gyms, something powerful is happening. The world's top performers, from Elon Musk to Oprah Winfrey to Tim Cook, are already awake, building momentum while the rest of us dream. They call it the hidden hour, the time when no one is watching, yet everything changes. Most people think millionaires are successful because of luck, money, or privilege. But study after study says otherwise. According to a Harvard Business Review survey, over 70% of self-made millionaires start their day at least 3 hours before work begins. Why? Because that's when decisions are made without distractions, when your mind is sharper and your energy is pure. So what exactly happens in those silent hours that separate the rich from the rest? The answer isn't what you think. Every millionaire's morning might look different, but the pattern underneath is the same. A power sequence that primes the brain and body for dominance. It's not about fancy routines or expensive equipment. It's about ownership. The first 60 minutes decide who controls the day, you or the chaos around you. Take Tim Cook, who begins his morning reading customer feedback at 4 a.m. to stay grounded in reality. Or Richard Branson, who swears by a sunrise workout because it sets the tone for success. According to neuroscientists from Stanford, physical movement in the morning increases dopamine and focus by up to 30%, sharpening decision-making throughout the day. Millionaires use this first hour like a ritual. Move, plan, and feed the mind before the world interferes. But there's one element that truly transforms mornings into momentum, and most people skip it entirely. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Motivation fades, but discipline compounds. Millionaires don't rely on feeling inspired to wake up early. They build systems that make it impossible to fail. Jocko Willink, a retired Navy SEAL and best-selling author, wakes up at 4:30 a.m. every day, not because he enjoys it, but because he refuses to negotiate with comfort. Studies from the University of London show that willpower functions like a muscle. It gets stronger the more it's trained. That's why high achievers structure their mornings with non-negotiables. Journaling, reading, cold showers, or exercise. They remove choice, so the mind learns consistency. Most people fail the morning test because they chase the feeling of motivation instead of creating systems of momentum. But what happens when discipline meets science? When the brain itself is rewired to crave productivity? That's where things get truly interesting. Behind every millionaire's morning lies a science of rhythm, the synchronization between biology and ambition. According to neuroscientist Andrew Huberman, our brains experience a natural spike in cortisol and alertness within the first 2 hours of waking. Millionaires leverage this neuro window, the perfect moment to focus, visualize, and act. Tony Robbins starts each day with deep breathing and cold exposure, activating dopamine and adrenaline pathways that sustain energy for hours. Oprah begins with gratitude journaling, which Harvard research links to a 25% boost in long-term happiness and decision clarity. These habits aren't random. They're evidence-based triggers designed to hardwire success. The rich don't just wake up early. They align their brains with peak neurochemistry. Because once your physiology supports your ambition, momentum becomes automatic. But what happens when we take all these lessons and build a millionaire's routine from scratch? You don't need a mansion, private chef, or personal trainer to live like a millionaire. You just need a blueprint, a system that turns intention into identity. Start small. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than usual. Use that time for 3 things. Move your body, master your mind, and map your day. Exercise first, even for 10 minutes. It primes dopamine and clears mental fog. Then journal. Write what you're grateful for and what you want to conquer. Finally, plan your top 3 priorities before your phone steals your focus. According to a Duke University study, 40% of our actions are habits, not conscious choices, meaning every repeated morning action shapes who you become. Millionaires don't chase routines. They build rituals that define identity. Because the goal isn't to wake up early, it's to wake up with purpose. Success doesn't start in boardrooms or bank accounts. It begins in quiet mornings. Every habit, every breath, every choice before sunrise is a silent investment in your future self. If you're ready to build your millionaire morning, start tomorrow. Subscribe for more science-backed habits of high achievers. And remember, your next breakthrough begins before breakfast.